Be sure to order your copy of the Go-Go Offense by Coach Brennan Marion on footballgameplan.com/GoGoOffense. Coach Marion goes through the ins and outs of his explosive offense, one that's tearing up the college football field and putting a lot of points on the scoreboard. Again, you can order your copy at footballgameplan.com/GoGoOffense. Don't forget to order your copy of our 2020 NFL Draft Prospect Guide. You can find that on our website at footballgameplan.com/2020 draft guide. You'll get full scouting reports on over 650 prospects for this upcoming draft class. Welcome to Football Game Plan, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, bring you our Houston Texans 7-round mock draft video. And before we get started, let's take a look at the mock draft rules. With the obvious move the Houston Texans made this offseason trading DeAndre Hopkins to the Arizona Cardinals, there is a clear need at wide receiver on this roster, including running back if we're being honest. It may not be an immediate need, but that all depends on which David Johnson will they get this season. A healthy one would be the ideal pair with Duke Johnson in the backfield, but an injury-plagued one would push that need for strong running back depth, up this list. I thought Jalen Watkins was an underrated signing. I like the versatility within this game, being able to float between corner and safety within a game. Having another combo safety on the roster is always a good thing. Also, having 8 selections in this year's draft is a good thing as well, as it'll allow them to continue to reload the roster. Houston has 2 picks in the second round, and with the first one, I went wide receiver with Antonio Gandy Golden from Liberty. His game reminds me a lot of Cortland Sutton of the Denver Broncos. He's a big-bodied wideout that could serve as the Texans' wide receiver 1 right out of the gate. With the second pick, I went edge rusher with Bradley Anae out of Utah. I think his relentless pursuit of both the QB and the ball carrier is very similar to a former Texans player in Brooks Reed. Adding Raekwon Davis out of Alabama gives them a very disruptive defensive lineman who can play nose or play the 5-tech position. He would give them good length and strength up front. I also like the game of Fresno State linebacker Michael Walker. His week down at the East-West Shrine Bowl showcased his capabilities as a coverage backer at the pro level. He looked real solid in that regard. Getting that backfield help with Washington Huskies runner Salvin Ahmed, he's got the footwork and acceleration to be a chunk play guy within this offense. Adding another receiver in Donovan Peoples-Jones from Michigan here in this part of the draft. I like the way he competes and does a solid job as a catch point. In my opinion, he's more of a bigger slot or inside receiver at the next level. Michael Jaquette III out of Louisiana is a cornerback with some upside. He spent the first 2 seasons as a productive wide receiver for the Raging Cajuns before becoming an all-conference corner by the time it was all said and done. He's a long, athletic prospect with good ball skills. And finally, adding more depth up front with Malcolm Roach out of Texas. I like his ability to pressure as a 5 technique, and he would be a good rotational piece along that Texans defensive line. So that's a wrap for this Houston Texans 7-round mock draft video. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Be sure to follow me on all of my social media accounts, and don't forget to check out and subscribe to the Football Game Plan Network located at youtube.com/footballgameplan. Also subscribe on iTunes to Football Game Plan Podcast and leave us a 5-star rating, and pick up a copy of our Football Game Plan 2020 Draft Guide. You can find that at footballgameplan.com/2020 Draft Guide. And don't forget to check out every Thursday and Friday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time on the Game Plus Network, our Scout Team TV show. Again, check with your cable provider for channel listings.